Our first storyteller of the evening is Sean.
A long time ago, in the valley of North Dakota, there were two Native American brothers. One was named Running Moose, the other was named Edsilla. Now, Running Moose, he loved taking on challenges. He was very brave and was seemingly fearless. However, sometimes he would he would get himself and others in trouble. On the other hand, his younger brother Adsilla was more timid and cautious about his decisions, but he rarely cared about his tribe, especially his brother. One day, Adsilla and Running Moose were walking in the woods and listening to a choir of cicadas, frogs, toads, crickets, and birds. As they were walk as the brothers were walking, they came to a halt. What is that? Etzilla asked. It was a light that was seemingly coming from the ground. I do not know, said Running a Moose, but I am going to try to touch it and see what it is. No, said Edsilla, gripping his brother's arm before he can wander off. Can't. It could be dangerous. We'll never see our tribe again. Oh, don't be silly, said Running Moose as he freed his arm from his brother's grasp. I am going to find out for myself. So, if it kills me, and he paced towards the light, with his brother running after him. Running Moose, come back. So Running Moose stepped on the light, but as he did, he fell through. Running Moose, shouted Edsilla, panicked at the sight of his brother falling through. So he jumped in after him, and they landed on to another world. They were knocked out for a moment or two, and then they woke up, brushed themselves off, looked around, and had a realization. They were not in North Dakota anymore. Instead, they were in Australia. There they saw kangaroos instead of deer, wombats instead of groundhogs, koalas instead of squirrels, emus, which were even bigger than the herons they would see, crocodiles, and every other bizarre creature you can think of that lives down under. What is this place? Said Edsela. I don't know. I think I think the weird light was a portal. Well, how do we get out of here? Said Edsela. How about we find help? Okay, so they trekked through the eucalyptus forest and heard a choir of kookaburras. See, and then they came across other people, the Aborigines. They froze. Uh, the two, hi, I'm Atsilla. This is my brother, Running Moose. We don't want any trouble. We just need help. That's all. The Aborigines thankfully were very friendly and gestured them to gesture to the brothers to follow them. So which the brothers did, and they took them to the Aboriginal elder. He stood with a stick in his hand, and he had long gray beard and white hair. Hello there, the elder spoke. Who are you? I have never seen you around before. Oh, I'm Edsel, and this is my brother, Running Moose. We found light and we both fell through it, and we're not in North Dakota anymore. North Dakota? I have never heard of North Dakota, said the elder. And, where is this? Asked the brothers. This is what we call the Northern Territory. Brothers were definitely not sure how they would get back, though they were glad they were in the presence of friendly people. And the elder showed them what their tribe would do and their art, which was different compared to their own tribe back in North Dakota. And later that night, around the campfire, the elder told a story about fearsome creatures that live up in the cliffs called Nimorodos. The Nimorodos are creatures that the Aboriginals fear. Every night, the elder said, they fly out in the night in search of people and especially their kids to terrorize. We try to keep ourselves safe. Therefore, I'll be on the lookout, said Running Moose. Running Moose? What are you thinking? You might get killed. Again, Running Moose said, we must protect our new friends. I suppose you're right, but I want to do it with you. Fine, said Running Moose. I respect your bravery. Thank you very much for volunteering, said the elder. You're welcome, said Edsilla. That night, as they were on the lookout, Running Moose was getting sleepy. But Edsilla tried to wake him up, but Running Moose fell asleep. And right as he did, who's there? Said Edsilla with fright. The Nimorodos were coming out in search of their nightly meals and people to terrorize. Running Moose, wake up, wake up, wake up! Running Moose woke up and saw what Edsilla had seen. The Nimorodos. They flew toward the brothers. They ran back to the tribe to warn everyone. Everyone. The Nimorodos hissed. Everyone, The Marauders are here. Be prepared. Prepare. We will fight these monsters. And so they all scurried to get their weapons. As and the Aboriginals fought with all of their might, and so did the two Native American brothers. And in defeat, the Nemorodos flew off. Everyone, let's thank our new friends, Adsilla and Running Moose. And they all rejoiced. But the same light that came out of the ground appeared. And they noticed that again. Like before, it was a portal. I think we should head home now, Running Moose. I think you're right, said Running Moose. Thank you so much, they said to the elder. And thank you for your bravery in fighting the Nemorodos. And so, two brothers went through the portal that took them back to their homeland, and they came back to their tribe, where they were rejoiced, where they were celebrated and greeted with open arms. The end.
Bravo. Bravo.
We are all muted, friends, so we have to show with our face and our gestures our applause for everyone's story. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next up is the storyteller, Matthew.
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Dolly Pippin who loved to knock over the center table. One day, Dolly went to school, and one day, Dolly knocked over the center table. Now I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3. Dolly Pippin. I did. Teacher made Dolly Pippin sweep the center table. This is nice. And there, do it. They was very angry. Finally, he's allowed to go home. On his way, Dolly met her principal. Hello, Dolly. People are saying you took over the center table at school today. You mean you didn't do it? We will do something about that first thing tomorrow. You look about to cry, not me. What that was funny. I'm sorry. What for? You did that very well. But only Cece's cry. A Cece's who doesn't cry. Because Freddy becoming Cece if he does cry. I'm mixed up. Of course. Well, the difference from anybody else. Most people's lives are mixed up. Say, Just listen to this nice tune I learned yesterday. It's lovely. It's alright to cry. Crying get the sad out of you. It's alright to cry. It might make you better. Sad and grumpy, down in the dumpy, snuggy, ugly, mean and ugly. Happy, 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 happy. Change and change and change. The end.
Next up in our storytelling is storyteller Scotty.
Hello, mademoiselle. Hello, Hello, mademoiselle. Welcome to the city of love.
Before we move on, I forgot a very important thing. I wanted to ask our storytellers who wrote their story. So, Sean, can you tell us who wrote your story?
I wrote my story.
All right. And Matthew, please tell us who wrote your story.
It's from Marlo Thomas and friends.
Marlo Thomas and friends, thank you. And Scotty, who wrote your story?
My story.
You wrote your story. All right.
And now for the continuation of our Take 5 story time is our storyteller, Andrea.
One summer in June, on one summer day night, my mom and I was full term and was ready and had to have a baby. The night of June 4th, my mom's water broke in the morning. On June 5th was the day I came out into the world. My mom had me very early in the morning. I was born in New York State. When I was in kindergarten, I learned how to write out my address. I lived, believe it or not, I still know my address. My address was 39 Wells Avenue, New York, New York. I am looking into my pictures in my head. I was living in New York on Halloween. I was wanted to be a little girl firefighter, so my mom dressed me up as a firefighter. And the final thing in my story is New York was awesome. I'm not done yet. I miss my friends all the time. I remember that I loved about New York. I lived on the beach, so we went to the beach every day. I hope you enjoyed my story. I had moved to Maryland when I was turned 8 years old. I moved into a big house in Maryland. That's all. I'm done.
Thank you, storyteller Andrea. And next, we have storyteller Nick.
A long time ago, in a land far beyond ours, there were many creatures that came before. When 4 children first entered the world, they started an amusing adventure that took them to the great stone table, and they met with the allegory lion, and they were vowed to overcome the evil king. And suddenly, when he sent his wolf after them, and suddenly one of the children became victorious and overcame the wolf. Like I said, I turned him into a little doggy, and then soon after, the evil king plotted to seek revenge and war, and suddenly the 4 kids had triumphed against him by overthrowing him down the side of a merry cherry tree lane far beyond their land forever. And suddenly they became the new kings and queens, and that's the end of our tale.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as Penny did, I forgot to also ask Andrea, who wrote that story you told?
It was C.S. Lewis, but it was my version.
Nick, that was your version of the C.S. Lewis. Thank you.
I wrote 2 stories.
You wrote them all, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, thank you. And so next up now will be storyteller William.
My heart attack, 1985. I lost my tech. Every time I had awesome. Long pain, good quick. I lost my tech. Time after time. I mean, long time. And also, she was 19 years older. Somebody calls the doctor and calls. Every time, and also she said, "Come down." Her baby was bad as bad. Bad. Like everywhere. Germ. Awesome. I put the car down the road. Now, somebody had a problem. I got my tech, room, at the hall, awesome. Awesome. Somebody had my water pipe broke. Water pipe broke. everywhere. It was flooded down the drain. Somebody don't, somebody in the wood, somebody water pipe going upstairs. Looking up what we're doing. So, pause. Uh, Pause. That's that's one. Most of the time. And every time everything is important. Pause. Everything is important. Okay. Dr. Nick was talking about the disease. Because I had my surgery on, I didn't know. I couldn't quit. Dr. Joe Biden talked about diseases. Not push your boundaries. Yeah, I love it. Every time. You're letting go down at the broken time. Something else, broken car out, somebody has to first thing. Look at the mall, calls with my camera. This is called my tape. So, pause at that. First thing is important. Has the big time. That's it. I talk about how the problem. Problem. What's the problem? No smoke, no drink. Smoke. No smoke. First thing. Policy today. Dr. Nick Graham talked about the problems that are taken. That's what we do. Dr. Pete talked about the lake. Policy. Town was away. Town will lose the job. President Obama talked about politics. Barack Obama's lifetime thoughts I have long term. President Obama. Dr. Graham talked about first things. Self. Right. That's what advice. Pick it up. I think the husband talked about the surgery. That was really big. Surgery. Pick it up. Dr. Joe Biden. Policy at the time. What's time? You drink, you smoke like a pig. I'm telling you. Don't feel like a pig. I'm telling you why. Don't drink the pig and then smoke. The baby is about to get some germs. I'm telling you. Drink like a baby. Now, blood pressure. You might have to lose it. Somebody. Hey, smoke. Where's the baby from work? Somebody's baby. Now, yeah. That's a try. Smoke from me, smoke, I'm smoking. All the time. Talk about the payments. Question for why things out sleep sleep on bed on somebody have to think about what God rest you sleep. Think God rest God rest and sleep. On to rest before you sleep. God rest and sleep. God love God's love lets you sleep. Sleep. Sleep.
Thank you, William. Thank you, William. All right. Thank you for that interview storytelling. And now, as our finale,
Just one moment. I wanted to say, William, we were having a little trouble hearing you. Your mic was coming in and out, but who were you playing in that story?
Dr. Joe Biden needs got surgery.
And whose story were you telling about the water pipe and the... Who did that happen to?
Graham. Right? You did it.
And who were you talking as? You were pretending to be...
Nick's mother.
Were you the interviewer?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
thank you, Penny and William, for clarifying that. Yeah, we did. It was breaking up, so we had a hard time hearing everything. But when you were gesturing with your glasses, it really read that you were the interviewer. In fact, I felt like maybe you were on television and like the TV anchor too, William. So yeah, I'm glad we were able to address that. And so we have our finale now, and our next storyteller is Leslie.
I have no story. Sorry.
Do you want to tell the story of the flamingo?
The flamingo loves carrots. That's it.
If your flamingo loves carrots,
Yes.
where are they going to find the carrots?
It's okay.
Show us the flamingo finding the carrots.
The garden.
Show us with the flamingo.
Where's the flamingo?
Yeah, we would love to see your flamenco.
Yes.
Yeah, have your flamenco pass by. And where's the big hug and that kiss that the flamingo gets from the storyteller?
I love you, Flamingo. Mwah. The end.
Yay! Yay! One and all, take 5. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So cool. It would be so cool if each of us shared one little thing that you liked so much about telling your story. One little thing. So let's go in the order, Penny, that we started. I'll let you take the first 3 and then I'll handle the latter 4.
So that was Sean. Is there anything you liked, or how was your experience of telling your story?
It was great. I mean, I liked being expressive and describing the battle with the number of roto creatures, and I just liked the fact that I wrote a story about 2 members of a distinct tribe being another tribe.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts on your story. Matthew, it
Welcome.
is your turn. How did you feel? Was it? Did you enjoy telling your story? What did you enjoy about telling your story? I'm sorry, I just asked you 4 different questions. What did you like about telling your story?
It's about Dolly Pippin and the Sun Table.
You
Yeah.
did tell that story. Did you enjoy telling it?
Yes,
What did you like about telling it?
I I like Dolly and the teacher and the principal.
You like the characters?
Yes.
Mhm. That principal really took on those hands to the hip and that really stern look.
Oh,
Mhm.
one more thing. You've got sweeping the sand.
Sweeping the sand?
The, the, the teacher made Dudley sweep the sand table.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Scotty, how was your experience telling a story to everyone?
Well, my experience was awesome.
Anything else you want to add about telling what it felt like to tell your story?
Well, I thought it was very romantic, very love like, and I love having my Eiffel Tower with me. So
Thank you, Scotty. I'll turn it back over to Annetta.
Oh, and I'm so happy to hear these details from each of you. And so, Andrea, give yourself a moment, please, and try to identify just that one thing that really made your storytelling so special to you.
Um, hmm. I remember when I was a little girl and I wanted to be a firefighter. So when I grew up, I volunteered at the local firehouse in Sandy Spring, Maryland. And I volunteered there for like a year or 2 on the auxiliary, and I wanted to be a firefighter, but I wasn't able to because of the physical exam. I didn't pass that exam, or I would have become a firefighter.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's really very special. You know, you have your memory and close to you, and even though there was failure, so to speak, you couldn't do that physical challenge that it takes, you converted that into something that is successful, which is you're a writer and now you're also a storyteller. So that's really successful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. All right, Nick, one special thing about you being the storyteller. What do you hold close to your heart?
Well, I have watched all of the Chronicles of Narnia movies, including the TV series that I grew up watching as well. Yeah, it made me feel like I'm kind of be like Jim Henson when he's doing his storytelling.
It's very transformative, like you say, and we can see the influence,
Yeah,
the influences that you have, and that's great that you can give, credit to C.S. Lewis, and then being inspired even by Jim Henson, but then credit yourself that you're making these stories your own.
yeah.
So that's really great. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. William, what's one special thing about how you acted out being the interviewer?
Father,
We can hear you a lot better.
another, and also for the first time. Yes. Stars all yes.
Mm-hmm. So you like maybe that if you were talking about the president of our country, you like this contemporary politics kind of thing. Yeah, I thought you were talking about that a little bit. Thank you, William. And finally, Leslie, thank you for your patience all the time. Can you speak to one little special thing about you telling your story today?
Yes.
Great.
And can you help me?
Yes, of course. We're all here together to help and support each other.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you think having your flamenco there and being able to talk with it and to it and have it talk back to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty special, right?
Yeah.
I have a question for the flamingo.
What?
Flamingo, are you still hungry?
Yes.
Oh, do you want to ask someone here if they can help you?
Can, can I ask Kenny?
Sure.
Where is Kenny?
He's on the screen.
I didn't hear you, Miss Flamingo. What did you say? Where are you?
I'm in bed and I need some food.
Oh, you need your food? What's the solution, Miss Flamingo?
I am hungry.
I hear you. What's a possibility for how to get you some food?
I need food. Please.
I think you have a voice and you'll get some food.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And yay, Leslie.
Flamingo, does anyone here have carrots for you, Flamingo?
Yeah.
Who might have carrots?
I forgot the carrots.
Are there carrots in Paris, Scotty? Are there carrots under the Eiffel Tower?
Oh, maybe our friend Penny is being sick.
Or maybe Running Moose has planted some.
Carrot pizza.
Yes, that's
I am hungry for carrots.
that one right here.
You want to ask Matthew again? Matthew helped you before.
Matthew,
Yeah. I muted myself.
Good job, Matthew.
you have carrots.
Yes.
Carrots. I'm hungry.
Can you pass some carrots to the flamingo, Matthew?
Yes. Yeah.
Put that on pizza.
Carrot pizza.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And Leslie, especially for you, but for each and every one of us, remember, when you are your storyteller, who's in control?
We are.
Exactly. You're in control. And that's
Yes.
in everyday situations. Because we live our lives are our own personal stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And so now to end, remember we share our energy. Give your energy to the person to the left of you. Give your energy to the person to the right of you, to the person in our Zoom that's above you, to the person below you. And then your hands face in towards each other, and very, very slowly looking at each other as an ensemble. Matthew, eyes with us, please. Thank you. Both hands coming in until all of our hands are joined at the same time. Wow. Art streamers.
Yay.
Thank you all so, so much. For
Thank you.
Take fun.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank
you,
you,
Patty.
Thank you, Penny. I'll write up everything from yesterday and today and send in.
Thank you, Matthew.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Nick.
No
Bye.
problem.
Thank you, William.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Great
you,
week,
Sean.
everybody. Thank you.
So
Nice
glad
meeting you. Nice meeting you, Nick.
Nice
Thank you, Andrea.
to meet you. Bye. Bye, Ken. Bye, Andrew.
Bye. Bye, Anetta.
Ciao, Leslie. Till next week.
Yes.
Bye, Kenny. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
You're welcome, all.
Ciao, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Live long and prosper.
You as well.
Live long and prosper, brother.
Oh, bye, Kitty.
Ooh.
Oh, we're all howling at each other now.
Like werewolves.
Yeah.
I love dog too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Leslie. Bye, Matthew.
Bye.
Bye, Will. Bye, Nick.
Bye.
Yep.
There we go. 1, 2.
Dose. Trace.
Oh, no, dos. Tres.
Trace.
No.
Adios.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye, Flamingo.